Hello everybody, it's Friday afternoon. Quick update before I go away. So I'm away for this week. When you'll see this, obviously any needs that you particularly have go through Claire or Dale or indeed Neil, our chair. But a few little quick updates. Had I told you that we have identified a fifth Hope into Action property? So we've got 4 houses. Well, we've got a flat that's become available through a trust that have been working with International Care Network, and they've offered it now to us. Really good deal, and we'll be able to get a family into there, we're really hoping. So we're just getting all the details sorted, but you'll soon hear that we've got 5 houses. So heading towards David's target of 20, but Heather and Roger and the team are working on that in detail now. So that's really good news. Also good news is that Carol's money course, she was doing that up in Blandford at Nourish. Really great feedback. I have 5 people coming consistently to it, another one coming most of the time. And just reading some of the feedback, here's someone said, it was incredibly useful and a great eye-opener. Being around others with similar issues as mine have had a massively positive impact. It's changed my perspective. So well done, Carol, good on you. And the next one's coming up in Poole in August, so we're going to start that again in August. Talking of Poole, we should take our hats off to Katrina as she goes up Snowdon with Dawn from CMA. Dawn, you may know, used to work for FaithWorks and was one of our CMA debt advisors, and then has gone on to great things within community money advice. So Katrina, at this point, hope it goes really well. I'm sure it will go round. Hope next week you'll come back and be able to tell us all lots of stories about it. The other thing about Poole, sadly we weren't able to appoint to the service coordinator role. That was one of our final jobs that we wanted to get in place. We weren't able to appoint, so we're having a bit more of a thunk about what to do there, but coming soon we'll let you know what's going to happen there. So actually here we're in Christchurch, and this behind me is God First Church. So in God First, that's where Christchurch Food Bank's community meal takes place each week on a Wednesday, which Sarah does an amazing job with the team of volunteers at providing. What started with 20 people, I think is now 60 plus people on a regular basis coming there. Well, the reason I'm here is that this is the place where we're going to have our away day, our team away day on the 14th of July. I'm sorry it's taking so long to nail the venue down, but we've got there in the end, and it's going to be great for you to be able to see this place, obviously, for a community meal. But just up the way is Christchurch Food Bank, and one of the things you'll be able to do if you've never been in there, Tracy will be delighted to give you a little tour of how things work here at the end of our away day. So it's going to be on the 14th of July, 9 o'clock for a 9:30 start, and we'll be all done by 2. One of the things that we're trying to do in there is we've got John Kurt, who is Chief Executive of Hope into Action, massive supporter of what we're doing. He's going to come down and talk to us, help us get into some of the stuff around culture, but also some of the stuff around it's tough keeping our focus when there are so many demands coming on you. Really aware from your point of view of how much the issues that previously had been taken by social services or by statutory services are now coming into our bailiwick, and he wants to talk a little bit about that. And off the back of that, I think it'd be great for us to have a conversation. You do some amazing things, and the culture of FaithWorks is really strong, but I think it's worth us actually nailing down what that culture is sometimes. So we're going to spend a bit of time looking at the really great examples. So we saw a couple, I've just seen a couple this week, and they're little things that you see. So someone lost their laptop in the office. First thing that Candice did was to make sure the right sat them down, says have a cup of tea. That sort of culture of care for each other. Another really simple example, somebody didn't send emails overnight and actually taught me how to use schedule send, which means that rather than you getting emails all throughout the evening or whatever, someone's sending them in the evening, they come onto your desk in the morning. Little things like even someone saying, I'm going to turn off my phone when I'm not working. Even those sort of things are good culture because they remind us of our professional boundaries. So we're going to dig into a little bit of that, but we're also going to have some fun together. We're going to do some activities together to get to know each other. So Tracy's already lining up some things in terms of decorating cakes, and there'll be more on that, but we've got 1 or 2 other activities like that. We're going to have space to eat together. We're going to have space also for those of you who want it, where we're going to have a little bit of worship and getting people to pray for you. So we're going to try and pack that into a morning and a little bit on the 14th. So I'll send out another invite in case you haven't spotted it or haven't only just joined us, maybe like people like Joy. and then you can make sure that you've signed up for that. If you don't normally work on a Monday and we can find a way of working with your line manager, have a chat with them to see maybe you can swap days around, that'd be great, so that you can come along as well. It'd be great if we have as many of us as possible there. Neil, our chair, is going to try and get around at lunchtime, and it's going to be a good day. So 14th of July, it's going to be here at God First, and gives you a chance to see what's going on over here in Christchurch. Have a great week, everybody.